the RØDECaster Pro gives you access to a variety of tone shaping tools that allow you to subtly tweak the EQ of your recording to suit both your voice and recording environment. And one of these processes is the high-pass filter. A high-pass filter is a reductive EQ tool that attenuates frequencies below a certain cutoff point in the frequency spectrum, while allowing frequencies above that point to pass through, hence the name high-pass filter. This is handy for two reasons. When activated, it'll give your voice a bit more presence and clarity. This is because those lower frequencies in your voice can make your recording sound a bit too muddy. And second, it'll help remove low-end rumble from your recording. This may be the result of nearby traffic, air conditioners, or other physical vibrations in your recording environment. These can be very distracting when listening to a podcast. Now, in its basic mode, the RØDECaster Pro has a great high-pass filter preset available at the tap of a button. But here I'm going to show you how to use the advanced version. To access the advanced controls for the high-pass filter, make sure Effects Edit mode is enabled in your advanced settings. Then navigate to the audio processing page for the channel that you want to edit and tap high-pass filter. The only control in the high-pass filter is the frequency selector, which will set the cutoff point at which the processor will start attenuating low frequencies. Starting from the bottom at 20 Hz, moving the slider up will cut more and more low frequencies until you reach the upper limit, which is 200 Hz. One thing worth remembering is that the frequency range of the human voice usually starts around 90 Hz to 120 Hz. So setting the frequency selector to about 90 Hz or lower is a great place to start. From this point, pull the slider up while talking into the microphone, and you'll start to hear the bass frequencies in your voice slowly disappearing. We'll give that a go right now. So we're going to start talking into the microphone, and using the frequency selector, we're going to try and find the point at which those bass frequencies start to disappear. And you can hear around about 96 Hz in my voice that those lower frequencies are starting to disappear. Everyone's voice is a little different, so find a point that suits you. Too high, and your audio may sound a little bit too brittle. Too low, and it may not have any effect at all. Remember, you do have the enable function to check if your adjustments are improving the sound of your recording or not. A good habit is to simply talk into the microphone and continuously switch this on and off to hear the difference the processor is making. If you find too much warmth and body is being removed from your voice, you can simply pull down the slider to a lower cutoff point. Finally, the undo function in the top left will revert your settings to the same point you had when you first opened the processor. So if you decide you like the way you had it before opening the processor, simply hit this function. And there you go. The high-pass filter is a super handy tool for giving your voice some more presence. It can also help manage environmental noise in your recording, making it sound more clear and more professional. Happy podcasting.